This is Adam with Movement Revolution, and I'm going to run you through a balance and mobility class. And if you're not familiar with the format of this class, it is a class geared towards improving flexibility and mobility. The first thing we do is we get warmed up. We'll do 4 exercises, and then we'll get right into some stretching. Nice and easy, very simple. And everything's done from the chair, so it's going to apply to everyone. So let's go ahead and get started with our warm-ups. And the first thing we're going to do is work on twisting. So we're going to rotate and reach, just like that. And we're breathing the whole time. I'm really big on breathing. So breathe in and exhale. Rotate and breathe. Never hold your breath. Good. About 20 more seconds here. And in 3, 2, 1, changing up the exercise, we're going to begin marching. So the reason we want to get warmed up, keep breathing folks, the reason we want to get warmed up before we start stretching is it makes our stretches more effective. As we raise the body temperature, the muscles become more pliable and more willing to stretch, so we can get into a deeper range of motion. So I always start these classes out with a general warm-up. Nothing too crazy, but we don't want to come in with cold muscles. And we're breathing, folks. We've got about 15 more seconds. Almost there. Keep on marching. And time. Next exercise is going to be a power up. So we're going to reach forward. Boom. Open the chest. Become conscious of your breath. Understand if you're holding your breath or if you're breathing properly. It's good to know. There. Got 15 seconds. You don't have to move at 100 miles an hour either. Go at your pace. Could be faster than mine. Could be slower than mine. And 3, 2, 1. We're going to switch it up to knee hugs. So we're going to pull the knee to the chest using our hands. Still loosen up those tissues surrounding the hip and the back. Keep pulling those knees up to the chest. Got 15 seconds. You don't have to pull them up as high as I do, but if you can, go ahead and do that. And 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and just relax. Shake your arms out. Shake your legs out. And I'm going to explain the breathing in the next segment. So we're going to go through a series of stretch. We're going to hold, I think, all but one stretch for 1 minute each. Approximately 1 minute each. When we're holding this stretch, that's when I want you to focus on your breathing, okay? So what I want you to do is take a nice deep inhale during the stretches, and then an even longer exhale. And it's really hard, but just focus on keeping your exhale longer than your inhale. So you want to release your breath slowly. You don't want to have a fast breath. So you want a nice long inhale in, and nice slow drawn out exhale. Good way to do that is to kind of close your mouth a little bit, purse your lips, just like that. Okay, you can do it through your nose as well. It's a little harder to go in and out the nose. If you're more advanced with your breathing techniques, you can do it that way. So we're gonna just start with 5 breaths together, no stretches. We're just gonna get the format of the breathing down. So together now on 3, we're gonna inhale. So 1, 2, 3, long inhale. And longer exhale. Good, all right. So let's get a nice long inhale on 3 again. 1, 2, 3, breathe in. And nice long exhale. Good, so I had a 4-second inhale and a 6-second long exhale. Okay, so try to replicate that. Long inhale, even longer exhale. Okay, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna finish up these breaths. Breathe in. Long exhale. Two more. Breathe in. Long drawn out exhale. Good. You don't want to feel this in your shoulders. You want everything to be relaxed. The point of the breathing is to help you relax. Last breath on 3. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in. Exhale. Draw it out. And once again, you don't have to mimic me in terms of the length of my inhales and exhales. Just try to make sure that your exhale is longer than your inhale. Okay, so slow release of the breath. That's the focus. Okay, so let's get started. Well, once again, this is what we're going to be doing during our stretching. So when we hold a stretch, we're doing that type of breathing. Okay, and you're going to do it on your own because a lot of you are going to be breathing at different rates. All right, I'll be guiding you through the stretches, and you're going to be breathing with that format. Long inhale, and a nice drawn out exhale to promote relaxation in the tissues that we're stretching. Okay, first stretch. We're going to go from a top-down approach. So we're going to start with the neck. Okay, we're going to take the ear, bring it down to the shoulder. Just like that. You can lean it over there just like that, getting a stretch right here. I'm not turning my head. Ear to shoulder. Right ear, right shoulder. And then if you want a little more stretch, you take the right hand, pull it down even more. And breathe. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Same thing, other side. Left ear, left shoulder. Boom. Nose does not turn, nose remains forward. Okay, we're here. If you want a little extra, boom. Now, practice those long inhales, long exhales. exhale should be longer than the inhale. Good job. Also, if you feel like you're getting uncomfortable holding these positions, you can come out for a couple seconds and then get right back into them. You don't have to hold them the whole time. But I would aim to hold it for most of the time so we can really get a nice deep stretch. Oh, excuse me. So, next, we're gonna do a front neck stretch. So what we're gonna do is take the hands, boom, right on the sternum. Sternum's right below your throat, that bone, that hard bony piece in between your chest, in between your pecs. Boom, pushing toward my body and then pulling down. Okay, this secures these tissues here. And then we're gonna pull the chin up and keep the mouth closed. Unless you want to use your mouth out breathing. I encourage everyone to breathe through the nose and keep the mouth closed the whole time. So breathe in. And if you lift the chin more, you might feel more intense stretch here. Fifteen seconds. And time. Good. Let's go ahead and do a couple neck circles. And we'll switch sides. Good. It's important to keep the neck loose because this affects our posture. So when we do that side stretch, it tends to make our release the tension in the shoulders. If these muscles get tight, the shoulders are going to want to come up. Also, if we stretch the front of the neck, it's good to keep this loose because we don't want to get that forward head posture. So we want to keep everything nice and upright. Continuing with this, we're going to open up the chest here with a pec stretch. I'll give you guys a side perspective here. Okay, when the chest gets tight, our shoulders tend to come forward, and then this kind of contributes to all that forward head posture I was talking about. So what we're going to do to combat that is grab the back part of our chair. Boom, my hips are back, my hands are all the way back. And we're going to scoot our hips forward. And then pull our shoulder blades back, get our chest up, look up. And we're here for 1 minute, breathing. Just got to check on the clock there. It's good to know how to breathe. This breathing stimulates relaxation, and if you get good at it and you practice it, you can release tension in your muscles by stimulating the parasympathetic system. So it is a real good technique to use if you're trying to learn how to relax. Diaphragmatic breathing. Almost there, got about 10 seconds left. time. Good job, nice work everyone. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and stretch our lats now. Our lats are this big long muscle right here on the side, underneath the armpit and on the side of the ribs. If this muscle gets tight, we can't bring our hands all the way up. Okay? So when this muscle gets tight, we're not able to reach full capacity there of reaching. So I see a lot of people who can only get to like right about here. It makes getting things off the top shelf really hard, and it makes your posture more difficult as well, because it just gets tight and kind of pull you forward as well. And one of the most common stretches and exercises people tend to use to improve their posture is pushing their hands up, just like that. So let's loosen up these lats so we can keep that upright posture. Okay, so I'm gonna take my left forearm, put it on my leg, and then I'm gonna reach up, just like this, as high as I can, and it's over to the side. It's not so much straight up, it's more to the side. However, if you're too tight and you can't get straight up and to the side, then just put your hand behind your head and lean over, just like this. We're only gonna hold this one for 30 seconds. It's kind of a tough position to maintain. But you should be feeling a stretch in here. You might even feel it even lower, kind of the side of your body, like almost in your hip region. And we're breathing. Time. Good, good, good. Same thing, other side. So I did my left side, now I'm gonna do my right side. Forearm down, arm goes up and over to the side. Once again, if you have a shoulder issue, maybe you can't hold this position, just go down to the back of the head or to the side of the head. Back of the head's gonna give you a better stretch. This is gonna be the best stretch. 30 seconds here, let's breathe. Deep inhale, and long drawn out exhale. And good job, nice work. Let's shake those arms out, let that blood flow return. I know my hand was getting a little tingly there. And then move that head around too. Nice work. We're gonna go into a back stretch. This is one of my favorite stretches. It is a spinal twist, spinal rotation. Okay, it's good to have rotation because we're going to be able to twist and move, see things, shift our weight properly. You know, if you have issues walking, issues shifting weight, having good spinal mobility is going to assist that. Also, if you're driving, trying to look over the shoulders is always a good thing to do when you're trying to drive safely. So let's take that right hand, we're going to move it to the outside of the left thigh. So right hand here, outside the left thigh. The free hand, your left hand, is going to go to the back of the chair. Give you a side view here. So right hand, left thigh, left hand, back of the chair. Here, or even if you can grab the bottom. And I'm actually going to push into my legs and twist. Okay, give you guys a front view. Boom, chair, twist. Notice I'm not just looking to the side, I'm looking over my shoulders so I can get some upper spine mobility as well. So I'm getting this in my upper back and in my cervical, my neck. So it's kind of one of the most valuable stretches you can do. So we're gonna hold here 30 seconds, 1 minute, starting now. And try to breathe. It's harder to breathe in this position because we're twisted up. And breathe. 20 seconds, keep holding that stretch. And time. Good job, good job. So, same stretch here. Left hand. So we're going the opposite direction. Same stretch, opposite direction. Take my left hand. Right leg. Take the right hand. Grab the chair. Okay? And then we're going to push ourselves into a deep twist. Might feel a back pop here. And we're looking over our shoulder. We're trying to look behind us, not to the side. We want to twist so much that we're looking over our shoulder. And we're 1 minute here. Hold. And let's start breathing. Remember, long inhales and even longer exhales. Focus on slowly releasing your breath. Got about 20 seconds to go. Keep holding this stretch and just focus on your breathing. And 3, 2, 1, slowly release it. Kind of rock around. Get that blood flow back. Maybe a couple neck rotations. Maybe ear to shoulder, ear to shoulder. Good job. Okay, we're gonna go to the lower body now. So let's take one leg, cross it over. This is my right leg, crossed over. So I'm gonna take my right leg, cross it over. Here's my ankle. My right ankle is right by my knee. Okay, so it's not here like this. This is the one I see commonly. No. Move the ankle to the knee. Boom. There. Then you're going to take this hand, right leg, right hand, put it on the inside of the leg, and you're going to apply a little pressure downward by leaning your body forward. Okay? Side perspective. Ankle, knee, right hand, inside of right leg, leaning forward. I'm getting my weight forward so I can push this knee down a little bit and get that stretch in that piriformis. It's very, very crucial to make sure that we're doing this stretch often. Start your breathing, folks. We're here 1 minute. Keep breathing. I'm just going to talk about this stretch. Piriformis has a close relationship with the sciatic nerve. So if we start getting dysfunction in that piriformis, if it becomes too tight or immobile, then it could cause neuromuscular symptoms. So you don't want neurological symptoms, that shocking, that numbness, that tingling, that burning. So if we keep our muscles mobile, it tends to help with a lot of different things. Mobility, reduction of pain, and improved overall quality of life, in my opinion. Got about, I kind of lost count, so we'll go about 15 more seconds here. Ten seconds. Let's go ahead and switch it. So that was my right leg. I had my right leg over. Now I'm going to take my left leg. Boom. Once again, we're not having coffee at a diner. We're not visiting friends. Ankle over the knee. Here. Okay, take your left forearm. This is my left leg. Left forearm inside of the leg. Boom. Start leaning forward, applying pressure downward on the knee. Don't worry if you can't go as low as me, that's okay. And we're just gonna hold here. Feel a good stretch back here, side of the hip, kind of in the butt area. And hold here for 1 minute. Find your breath. Draw out that exhale, breathe in. Good. And time. Good job, good job. All right, let's go into hamstring stretch. We're gonna take one leg, extend it out in front of us. Boom. One leg out, one knee bent. Okay, so this is my right leg, and I'm just gonna reach down as far as I can. As far as I can is subjective. It could be to the toe, it could be to the shin, the ankle, well that's the ankle. Toe, ankle, shin, or even you could be here and feel a good stretch. But I'm gonna go to the toe. I'm gonna hold right here 1 minute and focus on my breathing. And you guys will do the same. So breathe in, exhale. Exhale. Seconds. Keep holding that stretch. Keep breathing. Good job. Good job. I'm feeling very relaxed, everyone. This is good. Let's get that left leg out now. Okay, same variation you took on the right side. Either get the toe, the ankle, the shin, even the knee. Find your stretch. And then start breathing. Remember, long inhales, even longer exhales. Breathe in. Breathe in. Time. Very good, everyone. Very good. Okay, final stretch. Well, maybe two. So this will be the final stretch for people in the chair. If you can't get up out of your own, if you can't get out of the chair on your own, there's a bonus stretch after this that I always like to do, and I'll tell you why. So this is gonna be the final stretch in the chair, then we'll do a bonus standing stretch. So I'm gonna have the legs open wide. If you can lengthen your legs, do that. If you can't, just keep them bent here. Okay, and we're gonna open up the knees here. We want everything open. So here, we're here. One of the two. I'm gonna lengthen and reach down towards the ground. You don't have to touch the ground. You could get here and feel a good stretch. If you get here and feel a good stretch, push those knees out. If you can go here, maybe you can't get to the ground here. That's okay, you can just sit just like that. The goal is to open up our stance nice and wide. Okay, this is important because as we get older, we have issues with balance. And if our feet get too close together, then our balance goes down. It decreases our base of support, and we can't stabilize as effectively with a narrow stance compared to a wide stance. So oftentimes that's because these muscles are really tight. Keep holding that stretch. We'll only go for 30 more seconds. Breathe. I know I'm talking. Just listen and breathe. Time. Good job, good job. Nice work, everyone. Bonus stretch. So the issue with being in a chair the whole time is one of our major muscle groups that can cause a lot of dysfunction, called the hip flexors, tend to get really, really short, really, really tight, and then they just don't move. This can cause many issues such as walking with your hips in this position here, which leads to posture like this. Okay, your knees start to flex more, your hips are super flexed, and your pelvis tilts backwards, and then it destroys the rest of your posture because now you have to compensate with getting that head up, and then we're here. Okay, that's going to put a lot of pressure on your back. So what we want to do is get the hips forward so we can stand tall. Show you exactly how to do this. It's very easy. So if you're standing and you need a little support, you can take the chair, and all we're going to do is push those hips as far forward as we can for a back bend. Okay, simple stretch. You can even use a wall for support. If you don't need support to stand, just put your hands on the back of your hips, kind of where your hips meet your spine, right there. Boom. And then I'm just going to push these hips forward and look up. So I want my legs pretty straight, but I want the hips to be the furthest point forward on my body. Everything's behind my hips. My hips are forward. Okay, it's the exact opposite of this. Exact opposite. Now my hips are the furthest point back. I want them to be the furthest point forward so I can stretch right here, just like that. And we'll hold. It's always tough to address stretching the hip flexors in the chair, so that's why we want to keep people standing as much as possible, getting them out of chairs so their hips don't get so tight. If your hips get tight, your whole posture can be, messed up. Keep holding. Go about 10 more seconds. And time. Good job, everyone. That is today's class. I had to record this because we're going to have a meeting. So here it is. I recommend everyone try to improve their breathing and take time out of your day to get at least a minute of breath work in per day, because it is a skill you can build upon. It's just like weight training or boxing. If you practice your breathing, you're going to get better at controlling it, and you're going to get better at inducing relaxation at will. So practice breathing, at least 5 minutes a day if you could. Just set it aside. Deep inhale. Long, drawn-out exhale. How long can you make that exhale? That's the key. How slowly can you release that breath? Okay? It's hard, and it helps develop a little bit of mindfulness because you're focused on that breathing. So great job everyone today. This is Adam signing off. Have a wonderful day.